Part 1, The House Rules. I've never believed in curses, at least, not until I moved into the house. It wasn't even supposed to be mine. The property was some kind of distant inheritance, a place I didn't even know existed until the lawyer called me. I still remember the words in that email, short and polite. Congratulations on the purchase. Our ancestral home is now yours. I didn't even buy it, just signed a few papers. And suddenly I had keys to a massive, old, 2-story house about an hour outside the city. I figured, why not spend a weekend there, check it out, maybe even fix it up and rent it out later. It sounded better than rotting in my apartment with nothing but work emails and TikTok to keep me company. Arrival: the house was massive, tucked at the end of a narrow gravel road, surrounded by thick woods. Ivy crawled up the brick walls, and the windows seemed to stare down at me like eyes. But it was quiet, peaceful even. For a moment, I thought I had lucked out. When I walked in, the first thing I noticed wasn't the dust or the furniture still covered in white sheets. It was the note pinned to the front wall, written in neat black letters: house rules and arrival information, please. Leave your worries and your shoes at the door. Thank you. If the telephone rings, do not pick it up. Just ignore it. Shut the window blinds before 8 p.m. Private. Cookies contain walnuts and pecans. At first, I laughed. It sounded ridiculous, like a weird Airbnb manual. Leave your worries at the door. Don't answer the phone. The cookie line didn't even make sense. There were no cookies anywhere. And who even eats walnuts and pecans anymore? I crumpled the note, shoved it into my pocket, and got on with exploring. The first ring by sunset, I had settled into the living room, scrolling on my phone. That's when the landline rang. It startled me. I didn't even notice a landline earlier. It was an old rotary phone sitting on a table by the hallway. The sound was loud, mechanical, echoing through the whole house. And of course, I remembered the rules. If the telephone rings, do not pick it up. Just ignore it. I hesitated, staring at it from across the room. My rational brain told me the house was probably still on some old call list, or maybe a scammer somehow found the number. But the ringing didn't stop. It kept going, and I swear each ring grew sharper, like it was cutting into the silence. After almost a full minute, I snapped. Fine, I muttered, standing up. Let's see who you are. I grabbed the receiver. Hello. At first, nothing. Then, crackling. And then, a woman's voice, faint, desperate. Please save us. My stomach dropped. What? Who is this? Please save us. Please save us. I am trapped with my baby. I am in a room marked private. He has locked us in here. The line crackled again, breaking into static, and the voice repeated, please save us. The private room. I froze, staring at the receiver. The rules had been clear. Don't answer the phone. I slammed it back down and tried to convince myself it was a prank. Maybe someone set this up years ago. Maybe it was a recorded message still wired to the line somehow. Anything but what it sounded like. But I couldn't get her words out of my head. A room marked private dot. I searched the house. Room after room, hallway after hallway. Everything was either empty or filled with dust-covered furniture, until I found a door at the end of the upstairs hall. A heavy wooden door, and on it, a brass plate. Private. My hand hovered over the knob, but it was locked. I tried pushing, jiggling, even leaning my shoulder against it. No use. Behind the door, silence. Not even a hint of movement. But I swear I felt something pressing back like a weight of silence, heavy and watchful. I backed away, heart pounding. That night, I shut all the blinds before 8 p.m., just like the rules said. The second ring I didn't sleep much. At exactly 2:13 a.m., the phone rang again. I stared at the ceiling, paralyzed. The sounds seemed to rattle through the walls, drilling into my ears. Against my better judgment, I went downstairs. My hand shook as I lifted the receiver. This time, the voice was louder, panicked, double quotes, "Please save us. I don't have time. Please help. Who locked you in?" I whispered, static. Then words, faint, almost like a whisper right in my ear. "Stop watching TikTok." My blood ran cold. I yanked the phone away from my ear, staring at it like it had burned me. What kind of sick prank was this? I dropped the receiver, letting it swing against the table. But it didn't stop ringing. It kept going, the bell clanging endlessly. I left it off the hook and stumbled back upstairs. The video the next morning, I tried to shake it off. I told myself maybe the old wiring was broken. Maybe the house had some bizarre leftover recordings. But then I opened TikTok. On my For You page was a video I'd never seen before. The title was strange, Private Rules. At first it looked like a normal clip, just a blurry shot of an empty hallway. But the longer I watched, the more familiar it looked. The wallpaper, the floorboards, the framed photos, it was my hallway. The upstairs hallway, the one that led to the private room. And in the background, I heard it, a faint voice. "Please save us." I scrolled past it immediately, my heart pounding. But the next video was the same. Different angles of my house, filmed like someone had been walking through with a camera. Every clip ended at the locked private door, and the whisper always returned. "Please save us. Please save us. Please save us." The crying that night, I followed the rules to the letter. Shoes off at the door, blinds shut before 8 p.m. I ignored the ringing phone. I deleted TikTok off my phone, but still I couldn't sleep around midnight. I heard it, a soft cry, coming from upstairs, coming from behind the private door, a baby wailing, muffled like it was trapped just on the other side. I pressed my ear to the wood, trembling. The crying rose and fell, thin and helpless. And then beneath it, the faint voice of a woman, "Please save us." I didn't sleep that night. I just lay there, staring at the ceiling, waiting for the crying to stop. But it never did. And that was only the beginning, because what happened next made me realize the house rules weren't just strange warnings. They were the only thing keeping me alive. Pause. Unsettling music fades in if you thought this was terrifying. Just wait until you hear what happened next. That's part 2. Coming soon. Make sure you subscribe, because you won't want to miss what I found behind that private door. Trust me, the worst is still waiting.